What is up, Bears fans? Welcome back to Chicago Bears Voice, your ultimate home for everything Navy and orange. Look, Green Bay Packers head coach Matt Lafleure just opened his mouth on Packers.com. And guess what? The man is officially obsessed with us. He basically just told the entire city of Chicago that he's coming to Soldier Field to deliver a Christmas gift after the playoffs. This man is hurting, he is triggered, and he doesn't even realize he's walking right into a trap. But wait, it gets better. In just a minute, I'm breaking down exactly why Lafleure's trash talk is the absolute best news for our head coach, Ben Johnson. Plus, why NFL royalty Kyle Long just dropped a truth bomb about Caleb Williams that Packers fans are actively trying to ignore. And finally, a forgotten defensive weapon just walked back onto the field at Hallis Hall, and it changes everything for our secondary before the season even kicks off. Trust me, you do not want to miss a single second of this episode. Make sure you stay locked in until the very end because we are uncovering the real chess match under the drama. And hey, if you want to stay ahead of every major roster move, trade rumor, and game day breakdown, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. You do not want to miss the special updates we have lined up for this 2026 season. All right, let's set the stage. Cast your mind back to last season. Ben Johnson had absolutely nothing. He took Matt Lafleure and the Packers and used them as public motivation for 16 straight weeks. Shot after shot, statement after statement. And how did it end? The Bears eliminated Green Bay in the playoffs right here in Chicago, with Caleb Williams ripping those final 2 minutes away like they belonged to him personally. That hurts, fam. That hurts deep, and Lafleur is feeling it. So today, Lafleur sits down with his team's official website to talk about the newly released 2026 schedule. They ask him about the Week 16 Christmas showdown in the Windy City, and this man literally says, and I quote, "We got to give them a good Christmas present." Hold on. Read that back, Matt. An NFL head coach, sitting in a suit during an official interview on his own team's website, decided the best way to handle a schedule question was to throw a holiday threat at Chicago? No hesitation. Look, I get the energy. Lafleur wants blood after that playoff exit. But here's the problem. He is playing right into Ben Johnson's hands. Last year, Johnson spent the whole season pushing buttons and building a narrative that the Bears were hungry challengers taking down an arrogant establishment. It gave our boys a massive chip on their shoulder. Now Lafleur is trying to copy Johnson's psychological playbook. But there's a massive difference. When Johnson did it, he had the tactical receipts. The Bears actually had something to prove. Lafleur? He's just reacting. And in this league, the guy who reacts is the guy who has lost control. Lafleur is treating a Week 16 game like it's the defining moment of his entire year. That family is called living rent-free. The lease is running, and the Bears are firmly in his head. But let's look past the drama and talk real X's and O's, because everyone is missing the actual tactical chess match here. That Christmas game at Soldier Field is going to be an absolute blockbuster because the stakes will be sky high. According to every beat writer covering the team, the Bears enter 2026 with the single toughest strength of schedule in the NFL. Our opponents had a brutal .550 winning percentage last year. That is a gauntlet. What does that mean? It means that the Bears arrive at Week 16 with their playoff lives on the line. They will be battle-tested like no other team in football. Meanwhile, the Packers have a nightmare path of their own. They open week 1 in Minnesota. Jordan Love has to walk into a hostile U.S. Bank Stadium under massive pressure to prove last year wasn't a fluke. So by the time Christmas rolls around, both teams are going to arrive loaded with history, resentment, and playoff implications. Honestly, that is the greatest gift NFL schedule makers could have given us. Because in that freezing December atmosphere at home, with Caleb Williams owning the turf, Dennis Allen's defense having 16 weeks to gel, and Ben Johnson pulling the strings? I like our odds. Who do you think has the upper hand? Drop a comment right now. Do the Bears secure the Christmas victory, or do the Packers get revenge? I've got a very specific answer, and I'm ready to defend it in the comments. Speaking of the schedule, a Bears legend just weighed in, and the entire fan base needs to hear this. Three-time Pro Bowler Kyle Long sat down with Yahoo Sports and kept it 100% real about what's ahead. Long said something brilliant. I could totally see them having less regular season wins and being a better football team. He is spot on. An 11-win playoff season last year means the league handed us the hardest road possible for 2026. That's the price of success. But the real gold came when he talked about our franchise quarterback. They brought up the Patrick Mahomes comparisons and Long didn't hold back. Nobody plays fearless like Caleb Williams. He throws the ball and he makes you go, "Oh my God, how did he do that?" He even said their raw arm talent is in total lockstep. Remember, this isn't some fan making a wild hot take on Twitter. This is Kyle Long, a guy who literally shared a Pro Bowl field with Patrick Mahomes and saw him up close. That is elite level evaluation of competitive fearlessness. And look, Caleb handles the hype perfectly. He previously said, "I'm Caleb Williams. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes." That is pure maturity. He doesn't need to be a clone. He just needs to be himself, with Ben Johnson tailoring the entire system to his strengths and a loaded arsenal of weapons. This offense is going to be lethal. The only question is if Caleb can keep delivering magic in the final 120 seconds of tight games, because that's the DNA this team built last year. Before we wrap up, there is a massive story flying completely under the radar right now at Hallis Hall that matters way more than Lafleure's barking. Terrell Smith is officially back. The young corner just posted a photo of himself back on the practice field. And let me tell you, this is huge. Smith tragically tore his patellar tendon last August before the 2025 season even started. After losing secondary pieces like C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Kevin Byard, Jaquan Brisker, Nahshon Wright, and Jonathan Owens this offseason, Dennis Allen needs every single hand on deck. Back in 23 and 24, Smith put up 68 tackles and 10 pass deflections in 26 games. He's a former fifth-round pick who knows how to compete. Now he's entering camp to battle rookie Malik Muhammad and Tariq Stevenson for that starting CB2 spot. That training camp battle is going to be electric, and we need someone to lock it down because the toughest schedule in the league will ruthlessly expose a weak secondary. Welcome back, Terrell. Bear down, man. We need you healthy. Folks, this is exactly why we love football. Lafleur is declaring a holiday war from Green Bay. Kyle Long is validating Caleb's superstar potential. And hungry pieces are returning to Hallis Hall. The Bears are building a powerhouse, and the rest of the NFC North is shaking. That's why they're talking. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, you are a true diehard. Do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button so you never miss our breaking updates, and let me know your Christmas Day predictions below. I already know where I stand. Navy and orange forever. See you in the next video. Bear down.